It appears that McKinley was attempting to gain attention through Lacy, as the two are reportedly no longer in a relationship already, and I can confidently say that this is just clout chasing from McKinley because, well, she needs to bring people over to her OnlyFriends to sell her spicy content, and now since she is no longer with Jack, she has no one to go viral on TikTok and YouTube with her, which is why I think she used Lacy. But anyways, before we get into that, let me give you guys a quick summary of how the two actually broke up and what led to this. So of course we all know that McKinley has just broken up with Jack Doherty, and it wasn't just a little breakup, it was a whole movie scene. There was police arguments, shouting, Jack having a breakdown. It genuinely felt like I was watching a Netflix-produced series anyways. So after this, McKinley would be first seen with the owner of FaZe Banks, and then shortly after with Lacy, which is how I'm presuming this connection was made, as of course Banks is close friends with Lacy. After this, Lacy and McKinley would be doing multiple streams together, a Disneyland date, cooking streams and so on, and it generally seemed like the two having a good time, giving each other compliments, being freaky, and just overall seeming happy together. Opener should be Michael Jr. Are you well? I am well. However, circumstances deteriorated rapidly, culminating in the demise of the two. At Jason's birthday party the other night, Lacy and McKinley were present. However, they were not behaving like a conventional couple. Instead, Lacy was interacting with other girls. Your eyes are currently sparkling. The light accentuates their brilliance. Our eyes share the same hue, suggesting that our children would undoubtedly possess green eyes. Birthday 21, it's your, of course that's not great, from Lacy, a girl you're trying to potentially date for a long time, and actually have as your girlfriend, is sat by herself whilst you're trying to raise up other girls. Now Lacy does have a valid excuse for this, which I'll play for you in a second, because even though he was complimenting other chicks, he low-key has a valid reason why all of a sudden you're not talking to her. I thought you loved her. Well, no, it's not. It's just like at the party. After the party, her friends started hating on me. Wait, why? What they say? They were saying that I was basically a bad person and that she could do better because I was trolling at the party, trolling around what I do because I was trolling, and I was I like troll instead of joke to Lana. I was oh, our kids would have cute eyes or something, but then yeah, it turned into this whole thing where they were talking about me, and then her one friend blocked me. Wait, who are Camila? Oh, chop. Lacy is attractive and amiable. She informed us that McKinley's acquaintances, including Camila Eruo, were displeased with her socializing with other girls at the party rather than dedicating time to McKinley. In response, Lacy stated, "This is my profession and my content style. I engage in trolling. It is rather illogical for them to assert that he should refrain from this activity. As a streamer and content provider, he requires clips, which is quite reasonable. He is not genuinely attempting to pursue these females. It is merely light-hearted banter. If McKinley disapproves, she should explain her feelings to Lacy and express, 'I do not appreciate that behavior.' Rather than relying on her friends, it is somewhat absurd for them to assert that Lacy should have remained with McKinley throughout, as he must fulfill his responsibilities. Furthermore, it is not accurate to claim that Lacy was entirely absent from McKinley's side. They were indeed seen together at the party. I must emphasize that you need to treat my friend well. He is remarkable. You must assure me that you will treat him right, as he deserves that commitment, which implies he cannot be let down. I do not break. She cannot shatter that. That is not impressive. Rather, it is outrageous. McKinley is my cousin. Do not care." McKinley acknowledged her desire to spend additional time with Lacy outside of streaming, potentially engaging in intimate activities. Conversely, Lacy has only invited me to interact during streams. I wish to spend time with him off-stream, but I am uncertain of his interest. As a friend, I seek your assistance. I am feeling quite distressed. She has been wearing his hoodie for an hour. I prepared pasta using the noodles he purchased during our cooking date and sent him a picture to initiate a conversation, as he does not text me frequently. I said, "Come on." It appears that I send an SMS, and it is not broadcasted. This is off-stream. I sent him a picture from the past, claiming I improved it. He responded, "Without me." I reiterated that it was off-stream. However, I feel exposed. However, there is an unusual aspect. Although McKinley's acquaintances assert that she can find a more suitable partner than Lacy, this does not exclude her from making her own decisions. It strikes me as suspicious that McKinley engaged with Lacy on stream, socializing and flirting for several days, only to subsequently lose interest. It appears that McKinley may have been leveraging Lacy for social capital, and Lacy may possess greater intelligence than previously assumed. McKinley would often comment on the situation and react to Lacy's remarks at the party. Subsequently, she responded to this clip on Twitter with melancholic emojis and additional commentary. Lacy is unequivocally a superior individual compared to Jack. However, I suspect that she may not genuinely appreciate Lacy and is merely leveraging the relationship for social capital. No disrespect to McKinley, as she has undoubtedly faced challenges with Jack, but I believe her popularity is contingent upon associations with figures like Jack Doherty or Lacy for content creation. Now, with her statement to Lacy, "Oh, I don't want to be on stream," this sentiment further complicates the situation. It appears she is attempting to feign disinterest in using his name or participating in any social media activities. What transpired between you and your girlfriend? Nothing significant. She simply does not wish to engage in streaming. Suddenly, do you communicate with her outside of streaming? I have conversed with her off-stream. I believe this is merely a pretext to avoid being with Lacy, as she is aware that Lacy is streaming 99% of the time he is awake. Thus, if she claims, "Oh, I do not wish to engage in any social media activities," it serves as a convenient excuse. She is aware that Lacy will not intervene. McKinney is intelligent, yet I believe she possesses greater acumen than we perceive. In a week or two, she will likely align herself with another streamer or social media influencer to exploit their clout and engagement, thereby increasing her own audience for her OAF. Additionally, it is noteworthy that she seemingly orchestrated her friends to facilitate the breakup on her behalf. Julia stated in the video that they became unhappy due to my trolling during the party, which I typically do for my content, as well as my interactions with other girls. They viewed the clips, which caused their distress. Camila and another blonde female began proclaiming on social media, "Oh, McKinley can do better." And I respond, "Very well, my friend." She exploits him for notoriety and now seeks to terminate their relationship. Alternatively, they aim to instigate a controversy or drama to garner additional attention and enhance their fame. I am uncertain. Please share your thoughts in the comments. I will respond to individuals and initiate discussions. If she truly had strong feelings for him, as she claimed during the stream, why did she leave him just days later? Furthermore, does it not seem peculiar that she immediately entered a relationship with another individual merely weeks after concluding a 3-year relationship with Jack? Quite strange. In any case, I invite your opinions in the comments. Do not be surprised if we next see McKinley with someone like Black Boy Max or another prominent young streamer. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.